With an average of 19,000 pickleball injuries happening every single year, here are 4 tips and ways to avoid getting injured while playing pickleball. And stick to the end of the video and I will give you a 5th bonus tip. Tip number 1 is stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You're gonna wanna stretch before you play and after you play. But specifically, right before you play, right, you're gonna wanna stretch out your legs, your calves, your ankles, everything. Doesn't matter if you're young, doesn't matter if you're old, beginning, advanced player, does not matter. All right, stretch before you play. This will loosen up your ligaments, muscles. You know, when you're running back and forth and side to side and quick and, you know, slams and whatever you're doing, however you're playing, right? You're gonna wanna stretch because you don't wanna get a pulled muscle. Sometimes there are not so bad pulls and tears, and sometimes they're really bad where you have to sit out for months. So before you play, just stretch. You'll never regret not stretching. Tip number 2, and I feel like this is pretty freaking obvious, but it doesn't always happen. Just like tip number 1 is obvious with stretching, number 2, you should be hydrating. Hydrating every single day, whether you're playing pickleball or not, but you should be drinking a good amount of water, right? Before you play, during you play, and after you play, right? Keep your joints and your body lubricated. As you are sweating, right, you need to replace those fluids so you can stay primed. Since you are a very competitive pickleball player, you want to be playing at peak performance. So do not be dehydrated, right? Do not get heat exhaust. Drink good amount of water. And please drink electrolytes while you're playing, after you're playing, right? Potassium, magnesium, and sodium. Fluids that are leaving your body as you're sweating, right? You need to replace those, stay primed, stay hydrated, play well, be competitive. Don't get dehydrated. Tip number 3 is recovery. Now I'm going to be specifically talking about the Whoop right here. All right, the Whoop is essentially like a Fitbit or a Apple Watch, but it is 100% 10 times better, way more accurate, way more data. If you're into that, right, stay tuned and please, I'm going to refer to this website on what is the Whoop. The Whoop calibrates to your individual baseline, identifying your typical heart rate, resting heart rate variability, skin temperature, and blood oxygen levels. All right, you can view your heart rate monitor page to see improvements and irregularities over time. Now, when I refer to recovery, my understanding, and they explain this whole thing if you ever get a Whoop, recovery, and from my understanding, is your activity divided by your rest equals your recovery. Now, what they say on recovery is when your recovery is high, your body is primed to take on strain. When your recovery is low, you may be a greater risk for injury or overstraining during intense workouts. Recovery reflects how well prepared your body is to take on strain, and it is measured and is a measure of your body's return to baseline after a stressor. The size of these stressors, which can range from illness, exercise, psychological stress, or sleep deprivation, determines on how much your body needs to recover. Right, so for instance, I recently had a calf injury. I played pickleball for 3 days straight, every single day, or 1 or 2 days. I was in out of 100% recovery. I was around 30%. The day I had my injury, I was in the red. I think I had 11 or 12% because I was getting bad sleep and my strain due to pickleball, I was overstraining every single day. And yeah, I had an injury. So I was out for a week. Shame on me, right? But recovery, right? Getting good sleep, making sure you're getting good quality sleep. That is really important if you are going to go out and play and prevent injury for the long term. If you're interested in learning more about the Whoop and getting yourself a Whoop, this band is free. There's only a monthly membership, and I believe it ranges from $30 a month, but it gives great data. If you want to know more about it, I will leave a link below, also with a 30-day free trial, free membership. Just click the link below and give Whoop a try. Also, what I will do is I will create a team. There's a pickleball team, so if you want to be in a little community and be a little competitive on who's getting the highest strain due to pickleball and who's getting the highest recovery, I would love for you to join the little team that I already have going on there. So that is the Whoop, that is recovery. Let's go on to the next tip. All right, tip number 4 is please wear the proper court shoes, court tennis shoes, court pickleball shoes. Look to the screen, I'm going to explain why. The bottom line, tennis shoes and pickleball shoes are an essential piece of equipment for players, and I'm going to insert beginning, intermediate, and advanced. Players featuring lateral support, out triggers, toe guards, and and flat, thick outsoles. These unique elements ensure durability, comfort, support, and as well as aiding in injury prevention. Let me also add, if you decide to get pickleball shoes specifically, there are court tennis shoes, right? And there are pickleball shoes. All right, pickleball shoes, the only difference between tennis shoes and pickleball shoes is, from my understanding, is they have an extra support around the ankles, obviously because you're going from left to right movements more often than, front to back. Now, what to look for when you're looking for pickleball shoes. You can go to Pickleball Central. There's a tab that literally says pickleball shoes. Any of those shoes should be great. All right, go to your local tennis shop. Typically, most tennis shops have a little pickleball section, but either way, proper tennis shoes and proper court shoes, either one will work. Of course, pickleball shoes are going to be more ideal, but if you can't find them, or you can't find your size, or if you got a wide foot and they only make narrow, or vice versa, right? Tennis shoes will work fine. And then how often should you replace those shoes? Now, it really just depends on how much you play, how aggressive you play, right? The last court shoes that I got them about 6-7 months ago, and they have some big holes in it. This week, at the time of recording this video, we got some new ones coming in the mail. So, replace them as often as you need to. If you see a hole coming in, replace them. All right, if they're starting to wear out and you're losing your footing, or you're not feeling like if you have to run to the kitchen line and you're not stopping right away, then replace them. Of course, there are different types of players. I know that in the singles game, people like to wear out their shoes so they can just slide around, but whatever floats your boat, right? If they're wearing out, replace them. If your foot's hurting, fucking replace it. So before I give you the last tip number 5, the bonus tip, I'm asking you to press the like button, press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because I'm coming out with the video every single week and I do not want you to miss it. I appreciate creating videos, so hopefully you enjoy watching videos. And hopefully over time, as these videos get better, as I get more comfortable in front of the camera, these videos will get more entertaining, more educational. And please leave a comment at the bottom with some specific topics that you would like to hear. I do have a laundry list of ideas of things that I'm going to talk about. And then from there, really hone in on which ones that I really feel like will be good to continue on over and over and over again. Obviously, as the sport grows and different news pops up, they will be different information, but the same topics. So bonus tip, last tip of this video is, please, for the love of God, wear some athletic clothing. Now, unless you're wearing baggy pants or thick denim jeans or fucking loafers, clothing's not going to prevent an injury. Now, you're still going to look ridiculous if you wear regular clothes, but this is a sport, so please treat it like a sport. Wear, some polyester shirts, racerbacks, tennis skirts, gym shorts. Wear something athletic. You're going to look better. You're going to smell better. Look like you've been somewhere before. And the reason why this is a bonus tip is because, obviously, if you wear regular t-shirts, which I have too, I've worn regular cotton t-shirts, still wearing gym shorts, of course, but if you wear like cotton clothing, you're gonna obviously sweat more. The sweat is gonna be held onto it. It's gonna make it heavier. It's gonna make it hard to play. It's gonna get in the way of your game. Wear something that is polyester, something that wicks away sweat. Just wear the right clothing and you'll be fine. Now go out there and play some great pickleball, and do not be part of the 19,000 that get injured every single year. Use these tips and avoid to help prevent yourself from getting injured. I still get injured from every now and then, but I get way less injured if I didn't follow any of these steps. All right, we got another video coming for you. Appreciate you. Again, like the video and stay tuned, because every single week we got another video coming your way.
Don't want to mislead, this is all you need. Be your everything, and I'll be your everything. Still too soon to feel, please just say it's real.